In this video I talk about my latest visit to the car boot sale and also introduce you to the first item in the Retro Toys TV collection. Hello, welcome back to Retro Toys TV, toy collecting and nostalgia from the 80s and the 90s. So I recently attended our local car boot sale. Now, somewhere in my head, I thought it was still the summer, so I thought it would be A, really busy, and B, really warm. It actually didn't turn out to be either of those. Yes, there were lots of people there, and it was busy if you liked fresh meat products or odd farm junk. And B, it was freezing. So yeah, I'd wrapped up warm, but obviously not warm enough. But I thought, well, I'm there, I've got my money, I might as well go and have a look round and see what they've got to offer. Sadly, I came away with nothing. Really disappointing for what was probably my first official visit to a car boot sale doing the Retro Toys TV thing. There were toys there, don't get me wrong, but they were mainly all kind of very modern toys. A lot of Avengers stuff. I guess Marvel is quite big nowadays, can't think why. And there were a lot of kind of Marvel related stuff and the odd kind of My Little Pony kind of plushies, kind of soft toys, but there wasn't much really from a retro toy point of view. There were a couple of stalls that had some really nice Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine kind of thing, but I wasn't really sure from what era they were. They did look quite nice, and I think if they were there again, if I went back, I probably might invest. But to be honest, I was there primarily to look for retro toys, and I came up a bit short, which was a bit disappointing, but it's a lessons learned. I'll probably go again next month in the equally cold December months, but I'm not expecting miracles, and I'll probably have to wait till the new year if I'm going to get anything good from that car boot sale. Anyway, still got some exciting things to talk to you guys about, because I've got my first item in my toy collection. The first ever thing in the Retro Toys TV toy collection. Now, this is something I actually stumbled upon by chance. Now, I vaguely remember I had this and I bought it, but I thought it had been lost in a couple of house moves over the many years that I've had it. And I actually stumbled across it quite easily, and it was kind of like a bit of fate. I just started creating this channel, and then this thing just popped up on my radar as if it was meant to be found. So what I've got here is a boxed Marshall Bravestarr. Can you see that? From the Bravestarr cartoon. Now this is something I bought, oh, it must have been, what, 5, nearly 10 years ago, off eBay as it was. I think I paid around £20–25 for it at the time from a UK seller. It wasn't from the US, it was a UK seller. And I remember seeing it and thinking, well, obviously I like Bravestarr, I really like the Bravestarr toys because they were very different to kind of the Action Force G.I. Joes and the He-Man of the time, because they were that much bigger. I can't remember the actual size, but they're certainly like twice the size of those toys. I remember thinking when I was a kid they were really amazing. But this is actually, I'd say, quite mint box toy. It's got a bit of sort of superficial damage on the sort of the card here, but I think that's what's been bent at some point. I can't even remember if it came like that. It might actually come like that. But inside, all the accessories are there. You've got the Kerrium, the gun. He's still got the gun in his hand. You've still got the hologram kids badge, which I think still kind of works. You can see all the different powers on there. And yeah, it's actually a really nice condition, and I was actually really chuffed to actually find it. And the fact that it was in really good condition, I thought, you know what, in some ways this kind of toy being my first item in the Retro Toys collection, it's kind of a bit of fate really. So I was really chuffed that I was actually able to find it, again, purely by chance. Kind of makes me think I really want to start collecting some of these other ones, because from memory I think Bravestarr only had one series toy run, so the likes of Tex Hex, Sandstorm, Handlebar was always my favourite character just because of the bright greenness of his skin and the kind of quite quirky character he had on screen. And oh, he had 3030 and the Fort Kerrium set, and also, can you see there, the characters used to sit on the guns that you could play with as a kid. So I actually might start looking out for some of these in the toy shows and conventions I'm going to go to later in the year. So yeah, I was really chuffed with the Bravestarr figure. So that's the first item in my toy collection. I'm having to think about what else I'm going to collect. I'm definitely going to start looking at Bravestarr as a first off, but I want to start maybe concentrating on some other toys that I might not have had when I was a kid. December's rolling around soon, so I will be going back to the boot sale in December. There's also the toy fair running on the 27th of December at the NEC in Birmingham. That's the biggest kind of dedicated kind of action figure toy fair for the UK, so I'll definitely be going there and having a look round. Question of the day, do you collect Bravestarr toys? Let me know in the comments below. Are they quite rare to get hold of these days, or are they quite easy to find at boot sales, conventions or toy fairs? If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and ring the bell. Until next time, this channel is all about toy collecting and nostalgia from the 80s and the 90s. Keep collecting and we'll talk soon.